Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 9th episode of Carnival Cruising Podcastaways, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything Carnival Cruising related. My name is Trevor Shelby, and joining me on this crazy, kooky cruising adventure is my good friend, Thomas Kennedy. How you doing, Tom?
Not too good.
Not too good?
Not too good.
Why, what's wrong?
I need to get a new co-host.
Oh, what happened? What happened to your co-host?
Well, my so-called best friend Trevor.
Yeah? What about him?
He booked a cruise on the Mardi Gras and
no.
on the Jubilee.
Oh, no.
I'm surprised he hasn't booked a cruise on the Celebration to round off all of the damn XL class ships.
Wait. You're saying that hashtag CCP to Jubilee actually worked?
No, because I'm not going.
Yeah, well, half of it's going. So yes, I did book the Jubilee inaugural U.S. cruise. Very excited. Very, very excited.
When he booked and he was shoving it in my face. And
yes.
Saying it was all my fault because my job is what it is. And yeah, whatever.
So I hope there are listeners that are going to be there because it's going to be a lot of fun. I would love to see everybody connect and have a good time. So,
well, hopefully we get invited to the press day and I can go to that,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if y'all tell me you're a listener, run into me, I'll allow you to buy me a drink. There you go. So,
wow.
I know, right? I'm nice.
I will allow you to buy me a drink.
Or I might buy yours. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the day's going. Depends on how I do on the slots. So, I have had a great week, as you can tell, booking a couple cruises and having a great time. But I'm excited about today's episode. We've got some pretty good topics for today, and
I think this is going to be a good episode.
There you go.
I mean, I am waiting on March to come around because I'm looking forward to some warmer weather.
Yes.
And my cruise on the Vista.
Yeah.
So if you all are listening and you're on the Carnival Vista on the 19th of March, buy me a drink. No, I'll buy you a drink.
all your drinks will be on Tom. So that's a great deal. That's a great deal.
I'll buy you an iced tea on the Lido deck.
Wow, an iced tea, really?
Yeah, man. I mean,
will you also get the ice cream?
Lemonade.
Will you also get the ice cream?
Yes, I will get you an ice cream cone as well.
Man, you're such a nice guy.
I know I am. I am the bomb diggity.
Bomb diggity. We will probably talk more about the cruises that we're going on. We'll post those over at the good old Facebook page. Definitely check that out. Facebook. Just search for Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. We got a group and we got a Facebook page. Follow both. We're trying to build it up, have a good time. So for today's episode, we have some pretty good topics today. And I think for the first one, we should talk about what's going on in the Carnival cruising world right now. Everybody that pretty much has a cruise right now that's already booked, we all received an email that pretty much says, if you would like to get out of your cruise because you're not vaccinated or whatever, you're not sure, you could back out on that. And by the 15th, I believe. This episode actually comes out a couple days before. We wanted to talk about that and just kind of, judge what you should do. Or
the thing is, the COVID protocols are going. Carnival announced that they were going to be extended for the foreseeable future. Now that could be changed. Next month it could be changed. In June, July, it can be changed at any time. It's just not set in stone. They just don't want to keep updating the COVID things, giving us, the making us think, here we're not going to do masks in the casino anymore while you're gambling or something like that. or we're going to allow smoking in casinos again or something like that, and then change it, you know, at the last minute or so. They just want to keep those keep it steady. And I think that it's causing a lot of panic, but there shouldn't be, because ports are opening up again. I believe Puerto Rico is trying to find a way to get you know them opened up again, and COVID cases in general, or the Omicron virus in general cases are going down. So I think you know if you're going on a cruise later in the year, I don't think you should take it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I could understand maybe if you were unvaccinated and you see that they're doing vaccinated cruises. The only way you're going to be getting on the boat is pretty much through a doctor's note stating that there's a reason you can't take the vaccination. And I understand that can be frustrating. There are other cruise companies that are allowing unvaccinated guests onto the boat, but
those are really strictly regulated, though.
Yes, the main thing is like a boat is a hub of germs. So if you get sick, it's easy for things like that to spread when you're kind of compact on a boat. So it's ideal if to be vaccinated if you're going to be in this environment, because let me tell you, it's worth being vaccinated if you're going to have COVID. So and I'm talking every even the booster. So
yeah, I mean, you got over COVID a couple weeks ago, and you're vaccinated.
Yes, yeah, I didn't have the booster and I paid for it, so I'm still got some side effects. So it's not fun, but I will say that that would be like the one reason I think to take that offer. Get your money back 100% and just, wait for things to change. The other, if you're just worried about things like maybe getting quarantined on a cruise or anything like that, I mean, if you're going to vacation anywhere, things like that could happen. You could get COVID.
Yeah.
You could have to quarantine in an area that you're not familiar with.
If you get COVID on, let's say, a trip to Florida to Disney, and you get COVID, you're going to be stuck in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Same as if you go on a cruise. They're going to move you to a lower interior cabin that you can be medically, watched over medically. And then you'll be able to, as soon as the boat ports, you'll be able to leave that cabin just like anything else, and they'll test you again to make sure, to see if you're still testing positive.
Yeah, it's really your personal preference, but I feel like you should probably cruise. I don't see much of a reason not to, so I'm booking them left and right, man.
And if it's because you're a smoker and you have a problem with them not allowing smoking on the inside, I spent 6 months going to a casino that was, I'm used to smoking in, and they went, no smoking during the pandemic, and I had to leave and go. I had no problem. I'd be gambling for a couple hours without even realizing I hadn't smoked, and then of course I thought about it and went out and smoked a cigarette. But
yeah,
it doesn't bother me that that they're not allowing smoking.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah, it is what it is. I think that everything's kind of done for a reason, and it's to keep people safe.
It is.
So you can't.
I agree.
I can't fault Carnival for trying, because if they don't try, then that's when the government's going to step back in and say, okay, well, we got to regulate this again. So then, and we don't want that. So,
and by the way, I'm getting my booster shot this Friday. So,
ooh, man, I need to set mine up.
I think I have to wait. You should be fine.
I know, but I think I have to wait a couple weeks before I can have it after having COVID. So I need to look all that stuff up. But yeah, so.
Which brings us to a topic. This is a gentle reminder to everyone that you sign a contract. And in that contract, it says that, Carnival reserves the right to change ports or cancel ports at will. And you have to remember, because I've got people in my cruise group asking, have we heard if they're changing ports or anything, or when will we hear? And me and several other people in that group are telling them, we don't know, we won't know. It could be now, it could be the day we're supposed to get there before we know if we're going to go to that port or not.
Yeah.
So
I do believe like typically there's like a rate per day, or like a whatever the typical charge for porting is usually refunded if you miss a port. Yeah. But if you're going to go to another port, it's not like you're going to get compensated. I mean, you made it to a port. Yeah. And there's going to be excursions and things available to do.
And, like we said before, if it wasn't a pandemic and you choose to go with an outside company for for excursions, and that port gets canceled, you can't blame Carnival for it, because that port is not allowing people on.
Yeah.
Or
they're not changing them just because they think it's funny.
Yeah. Because so if you go to book an excursion through Carnival, they will refund you what that is in onboard credit, more than likely. I don't think they'll give you cash for it or refund it to your credit card, but
probably onboard credit.
That will give you, a refund on it, as opposed to you jumping through hoops trying to call the people that you booked through.
Yeah.
So that, right now, book through Carnival if you're going to book an excursion. I'm not even going to look at excursions until I get on the boat and know which ports we're going to, because I've heard that, I'm going to Grand Cayman, Ocho Rios, Jamaica, and Cozumel, and I've heard that Grand Cayman isn't allowing people right now. So, there's a good possibility I could end up in Belize or in Isla Roatan or something like that.
Right. And the, like for my last October cruise, we didn't actually book our excursions until we were on the boat. And that was for different reasons, but I didn't plan on doing too many excursions on my last cruise. I was just kind of like, I'm not really going to get off the boat much, but we ended up booking a few, and just about everything was available. There wasn't like a whole lot that was sold out that I wanted to do. And if ports do change, like if you do buy ahead of time, they're going to refund you. And if you book through Carnival, and you can just go to the excursion desk and see what's available at the next destination and start booking away. So you'll have all that onboard credit that you had that you didn't spend on the other. So you might find something very similar.
Use that onboard credit for the steakhouse or the Kachina.
Yeah. Or just another excursion.
Yeah, or another excursion. Or just switch it up. Or see if you can triple that money in the slot machine or something.
There you go. That, Put it all on red.
You guys did not yell red on that cruise.
Yeah,
you guys placed everything on black.
Yeah. Well, it was awkward after we started shouting black a lot. So we made our money back though. Plus some.
You guys did make your money back, but I'm sitting there playing a blackjack tournament, and all I hear is you guys yelling black, and I'm looking back. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah. Well, the lady thought it was hilarious. So
it was, but I was busy focusing on trying to win this thing.
Yeah, we were focusing on doubling our cash. But yeah, the things could change when you're on a cruise. They could change things on a whim. You could miss a port. You could get your port changed. Just keep that in mind that could happen.
Carnival understands this, and they're not under any, due to the contract that you signed, they're not under any obligation to refund you any money except for your port fees.
Yeah.
And they've been going above and beyond that most of the time.
Yeah. So enough about contracts and
Let's do something.
cancellations, and let's do something fun.
Yeah,
I'm
let's talk about
tired of
something
talking about
fun.
COVID and
Let's
and
talk about how to get smashed.
smashed.
Hulk smash. Oh,
Yeah, there
anyway.
you go. I think especially right now for a lot of you VIFPs, there are a lot of cruise packages right now where you can get cheers and you can get it bundled into your cruise. And one of the top questions I see on a lot of cruise groups is, what can I do with cheers? Is this really worth it?
Man,
So
see, this is the first time I'll be able to get the Cheers package.
yeah.
And because I really dig specialty coffees. I don't even though the Lido coffee's okay, I really dig like a good mocha latte. I like milkshakes. I know that's wasted on you, sadistic person who doesn't like ice cream.
Yeah.
And it would benefit me even if I don't hit my 15 drinks.
Right. And I will say, hitting that 15 drink mark, you may not remember it if you do it. So I've only
without
known
even hitting
one person that's done it, and he didn't have a great
I've
day the
known
next day.
I know a couple people who have done it, but
Yeah.
and they had rough days the next day. Yeah.
uh,
Now, one thing a lot of people don't know is you can get your children the Cheers package as well, because they work with virgin drinks as well.
yeah. You can also get them the bottomless bubbles,
Which I used to get all the time.
Yeah, that was my go-to until I did Cheers, and now I could never really go back. So, for those of you who don't know, Cheers package is it's a drink package. So you're paying down X amount of money to be able to just have 15 drinks a day. And I'll say, if it is easy to add it all up and say, well, I paid for my package here. So what it exactly includes is alcoholic beverages, and you get 15 alcoholic beverages a day. And it also includes the specialty coffees and the milkshakes. And if you want to use like say you want to put a little Bailey's in your coffee, that'll count against your your alcohol drink count, but it's not a bad way to start a morning sometimes.
Do you mean Bailey's doesn't automatically come in your coffee?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
So the idea though is you're kind of paying down, and then you just don't have to worry about how much you're spending on all of your drinks. So everybody that is over the age of 21 in your room has to get the package if you're getting the package. So if there's like two of you in there, you can kind of work it out that way. Typically when my kids are going on a cruise, they book in a separate room, and I book into their room. And they're under 21. And then I'll get the cheers package. So that's one way you could do it. The other way is just everybody over 21 just gets it.
Now there is a way also. There's a casino. If you gamble a lot and you start getting casino promotions, there is a promotion where the person who is offered the promotion gets drinks anywhere on the ship, but it only deals with them. So if there's two of you and you're both over 21, you have, in order to not have to pay for that second one, you have to actually wait until you get on the boat and go to the customer service counter, guest services, and tell them, hey, or our PVP actually gave us the FAQ on it, and it said that he can purchase one Cheers package. So you won't get the discounted price, but you won't have to buy two either.
Right.
So you can just purchase it there, and you can purchase one. So that way, because they actually count the ones, the drinks anywhere as well. So you get 15 drinks there. So if you're, over 21, they're over 21, of course, then, and they're trying to get you their drinks off of their card, it's gonna cost them, because then they won't be able to actually drink anymore once you guys hit your 15.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
15 drinks between two people is, it's not a lot.
Not a lot. It goes quick. So yeah, that's what we recommend there. I really enjoyed the just getting specialty coffees every day. It was like my own little Starbucks. And I've talked about this before, but I thought it was so funny that on the Vista, the two coffee shops are like right next to each other. There's two of them, and like you can throw a rock and hit the other one when you're standing in line at one. And I'm not even joking. It's like I could hit it. But like I get over there and one of them will have this big giant line, and the other one, you can see it and there's no one in line. And so I would just walk over to that one. And it was really funny. The girls that were over there were cracking me up every day. They were bored because for whatever reason nobody came to them, and they knew my name by like the third day. And one day they were singing the "Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me," but they kept saying, "Don't you wish your coffee was hot like me?"
Oh God.
And it was so funny. And they were really into it. But
if you guys are worried about the price too, I watched a YouTube video today actually, and this YouTuber was talking about the Cheers, because they were on a ship at the moment whenever they were filming it. They're talking about comparing the prices with and without the Cheers package. And the day they actually compared the prices, he had 12 beers. His wife had 6 mojitos, I want to say. And then they got a price sheet and found out how much each individual was. And if they wouldn't have gotten the Cheers package, then they would have spent $150 more in drinks.
Yeah. I actually added mine up on our last day of the cruise, and I drank my limit. Like I drank the cost of the Cheers package in coffee. In coffee alone. So the alcohol was just like all topper there. I would have spent hundreds of dollars more if I went, because I went buck wild with like freaking coffee, dude. The coffee was like, I had probably like 4 cups in the morning.
Well, see, the whenever I was before the Cheers package came out, that's how long we've been cruising. We've been cruising since before the Cheers package came out. I always got the bottomless bubbles, because you could get juices that are not available on the Lido deck.
Mm-hmm.
You could get like pineapple juice, cranberry juice, all those. And I like juice with my breakfast. I like to have a juice and a coffee with my breakfast whenever I'm on vacation. And I like pineapple juice. That's my favorite juice. And I got pineapple juice for my breakfast instead of just the apple juice and the orange juice that they have, which I can't have apple juice because it's a diuretic and a laxative.
Well, yeah. Well, I used to limit myself to a lot of hot chocolate and a lot of hot chocolate.
That's free on the Lido deck. Yeah.
Yes, it's free on the Lido, and
it's delicious too.
It's really good hot chocolate. If you're not going to go with a soda package or a drink package, you can't go wrong with the hot chocolate. The coffee is good. Just the basic coffee. It's good.
The lemonade is amazing.
The lemonade's amazing. I will tell you though, I absolutely hate the iced tea. The iced tea is the worst iced tea I've ever. This is the most negative thing I'll ever say about Carnival. Your iced tea is the worst iced tea I've ever tasted in my life. I think you mix it with your feet.
It tastes. I'm an unsweet iced tea drinker, and I can tell you that this tastes like iced tea that comes out of a bottle, an unsweet iced tea that comes out of a bottle or a jug, because no one drinks it except for me.
A bottle or a jug that was found in a bum's bottom. It's
well, I mean, it comes in a concentrated box. I mean, all they gotta do is like twist the little knob to change the concentration.
It's bad, man. It is bad. Every cruise I've been on, their tea has tricked me, and I've been like, I'll get some tea, and I'm like,
what you need to do is I've told as a part of stuff that I told you all to bring is you take a tumbler, right? You fill that with ice, then you fill it with tea, and let that sit for 30 minutes, and it waters it down.
Sit for 30 minutes?
Yeah.
I don't have time to sit around for 30 minutes. Well, I've got cruising things to do.
You can be cruising while you're waiting for it.
Oh, no, it's funny. But yeah, not those packages I think are completely worth it. I always get the bubbles for the kids because they need their caffeine, and
yeah.
I completely understand because, like I said, I drink a lot of coffee every day.
And I drink now I don't know if they have Bang. That's my energy drink of choice.
They don't have Bang, but they do have.
I know that.
No, they don't have Monster.
Oh, they don't?
No, they have another brand, and it's eluding me at the moment. And I think they have Red Bull for the bars, but I don't know if you can actually get a Red Bull.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you might be able to.
It includes energy drinks. I know that.
Yeah, it does. And I'm trying to think of the brand of energy drink it is.
But Red Bull counts as an energy drink because it is.
Hang on.
And Red Bulls on their own are like $5 a piece on the ship. So you don't want to. You want a drink package to get one of those.
Yeah. I think they're rock stars.
Rock stars? Ugh.
I think.
I'm gonna
don't quote me on that. I mean, I know that I might be quoted about that, but I think they are.
Everyone, tell your bartender that you were told by Trevor Shelby that you could get a rock star.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
a rock.
I think I'm gonna bring
Billy Idol or.
Billy Idol,
D. Snyder or whatever his name is.
I think what I'm going to do is bring on 2 4-packs of Bang.
Oh, there you go.
So
because you can bring on some drinks that are packaged drinks,
cans,
yeah, and a bottle of wine.
Yep, as long as it's 750 milliliters, or below.
So definitely go check us out at the Facebook page. Do a search for Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. Like I said, we got a group and a page. Like them both. We're going to be posting a lot of content on there soon. I hope to see you guys cruising. And if you guys have any questions for us, hit us up on those Facebook pages and we can cover those on a future episode.
And remember, guys, what happens on the ship stays on YouTube. Bye.
See ya. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 8th episode of Carnival Cruising Podcastaways.
It's the 9th episode.
And we're on the 8th, I believe. No, we're on the 9th, aren't we?
Yeah, the 8th comes out on Saturday.
Oh, no. Okay. But for reals. Okay.